Welcome everyone. Today we're going to play some more games with a red Mega Penguin mid-range deck. Since we last played this deck, there have been some changes in the meta. Specifically, the green Mega caffeine deck has come out. And right now, as the list is, how it was in the deck guide, which I'll link down below, it doesn't really have a good answer to that deck. Now, the nice thing about the red Mega Penguin deck is it does have unflopping built in through HaveanEncore. So let's see. Yeah, let's filter. Because right, with Have an Encore, um, you can basically say, okay, um, choose two red penguins and unflop them. So too much caffeine is not really a problem for this deck because on that final turn, you can use Have an Encore. But this deck has always struggled with green Mega Penguin, right? The only way it can deal with green Mega Penguin is you basically play a bunch of GrowTogethers on your red Mega Penguin. But with that approach, you can only really get red Mega Penguin realistically to maybe like 14 or something like that in the time you have to close out the game. And the caffeine deck can easily get their green Mega Penguins above that. So what we're going to do in order to deal with that is we're going to add two Screaming Penguins to the deck as our finishers. Screaming Penguins can easily get, to 20 vibe on that final turn. So we'll put two of those in so that we can have a shot in the caffeine matchup. There's some debate if you should also put in What a Twist, but I haven't played this matchup extensively. And so I think it's probably okay to just rely on the Have an Encore, especially because the Mega Caffeine deck is not that popular right now. So it's more about just having a chance in that matchup than like making yourself super favored for it. So what are we going to cut to make space for this? I think the two options are Run It Back Penguin. I still don't know if this card is good or not. I really go back and forth, but I have a really soft spot for it. So I want to keep it. Um, but the card that I'm like, I just feel like with the removal, I'm always rotting the removal. And especially if we keep running back Penguin, we can get back the removal. So I'm going to take Sunburn down to 3 and also put on a showdown to 3. So this is going to be the updated list for now. I'm gonna yeah, let's play some games and see how it goes. And then I think eventually I'm gonna make a new guide for this deck anyway, because this was actually the very first deck guide I made. So I've made a lot of changes to, my setup and stuff like that. So I'm gonna update this guide anyway, but I think before I do that, I want to just make sure I'm really happy with the list. Okay, so let's jump into some games. All right, jumping into our first game, it looks like we're playing Prison SPF, and this is really good because Prison SPF is a very, very strong player, so this will be a good match. All right, so we definitely don't want Grow Together. Um, I think there's no point to keep having Encore and TrustFall unless we have PeaceOutPenguin for it to go with. I think I'm going to keep both one drops just because I do feel like I'm often don't have enough penguins with this match. In worst case, we can rod one of them. Okay, so I'm happy I kept both. So let's see what uh Prison SBF is playing. Okay, so what do we want to rod? I think so put on a show. Well, I want to see what they're playing before we rod put on a show. So Sunburn is good for the early game. Trustfall, I think Bearish Sentiment is the kind of worst card in this deck right now. I think there's a chance maybe I should get rid of one Bearish Sentiment instead of the Sunburn. Because Sunburn like to have 4 Sunburns and 3 Bearish Sentiments. Just because Sunburn is it's really good in certain matchups, like against the Bizbunk, and yeah, Bizbunk is one of those matchups where you really need removal on their key stuff. So okay, yeah, I think maybe I'll make that change. Okay, so all right, so we have Run It Back. So this is one of the reasons why I like Run It Back is because we now actually have something to kind of build towards. So we'll play the other Contemplative. I don't know if we want to play another Rod because we'll probably win this vibe check, and then we can run it back next turn. But if we wanted to be certain, but what would we Rod? The Trust Fall? Mm, I think, or the Put on a Show. Yeah, because what if they play? Yeah, what if this is like caffeine or anything with a 2 drop? Okay, so let's Rod Put on a Show just so that we can play Run It Back for sure next turn. I guess that's probably actually incorrect because we're really in no rush. Like this is not an aggro deck, so yeah, I'm kind of like regretting doing that. Um, but okay, so the question is, do we even want to win the vibe check? Okay, so we are playing against probably some sort of caffeine deck. I do really wish I had my put on a show now. So yeah, I definitely regret. playing that as a rod. So, but that's okay. We'll see what happens. Okay, so with introvert penguin, so this is probably some sort of green mega penguin deck. I don't know if it plays caffeine because that's definitely questionable. Okay, so we got the red mega penguin. So I do think well, so sunburn will be useful if there's a popcorn. Um, but on the other hand, if there's popcorn, yeah, I guess we still could have gotten it out. Okay, so all right, so we have okay, so we want to keep the trust fall definitely for red mega. Peace out is also going to be good. I don't know if I need to. Yeah, so I think if they had popcorn, they would have played it. So I think we can safely rod the sunburn. Are we in a rush? Or maybe we're not in a rush. Maybe we just play peace out. Yeah, I think we just play peace out. Then we'll play run it back, and then we'll play red mega. Because I also want as big of a hand. Like the turn I play red mega, I want to do a lot. So I think it's okay to go a little slower. So we do need to be careful with our what and encores. Um, just because of in case there's caffeine in this deck. Although again, it's not really 100% clear there is going to be too much caffeine in the deck. So we'll see. Okay, so we got the Screaming Penguin. So we have the win condition against Green Mega Penguin. Um, okay, so we're gonna play. So we're gonna play Run It Back, probably Red Mega, and then Screaming. I want to keep the Screaming in my hand. I think in case they have removal. Although again, like right with introvert, it's really hard to tell yet exactly what type of build it is, but I think it's going to be some sort of slow green kind of deck. Yeah, so there's the Mega Penguin. Okay. So now we're okay, so we're definitely looking for have an encore. Okay, so we have again and again in TrustFall, so we do have the combo with Peace Out Penguin, but it's okay, so let's get rid of Sunburn because if there's a popcorn penguin, we can always just get rid of it with Peace Out Penguin. So yeah, so I think plus if there's a popcorn, I'll probably just play red mega and let it kind of fizzle. Um so we do have the combo, yeah, again and again trust fall, but we have nothing to actually use it on. So I think we can kind of just take our time. Um so this next turn, I think we could do the red mega penguin. So if we do red mega penguin now, I really like to like do something on the turn I play red mega penguin though. And so yeah, it would be really good to have a grow together or something to just really start boosting up the red mega penguin. I also wonder if this is a deck that would be running snow globe, in which case we definitely need some removal spells. Okay, so now we could do the again and again trust fall. Okay, so we have grow together as well. So I think we should just go. Um I don't think I don't think we need again and again twice. Well, could we actually if we do again and again and mm, yeah, okay, so yeah, I think we'll just get rid of the sneaky penguin this turn. So we'll play the red mega penguin. We'll do again and again trust fall and the peace out on the yeah, so okay, so this is okay, so yeah, because I think we can do again and again trust fall this turn. Get rid of the sneaky because that also keep him one turn away from ending the game, which will be good. Um Okay, yeah, so I think we'll start. So, okay, so how does this go? So first we do again and again, and we flop the contemplative penguin to get this started. Then we'll do the trust fall on the mega penguin, and we'll do it on the peace out penguin. So that will be, yeah, okay, so we'll do trust fall. Okay, so, and we need to keep the peace out. Okay, so we'll do it on the red mega penguin, pay 2 pudge, and then we'll choose also the peace out penguin, and then we'll choose the peace out penguin again. Okay, so most likely they don't have a response to this because the red mega penguin or the this like green deck doesn't really have a lot of what's it called? It doesn't have a lot of actions because it doesn't run pudge. So okay, so all right, so we drew 3 cards. Okay, so popcorn is not going to be useful, so that can become a rod. I am missing spells. Okay, so I'll use peace out, and we'll get rid of the sneaky penguin. And we'll keep right, this is the nice thing because peace out won't get iced this turn. So we can so we'll be in a good spot um from a, like, having a bunch of stuff on board. But okay, so now we really need to get Screaming Penguin really big on that final turn. So okay, so they're gonna keep winning the vibe check. Screaming Penguin right now. Yeah, so the problem is I don't really have a lot of spells, but Run It Back Penguin, I have two of those, which can get back, which will be able to get back the Grow Together. So we can make a very big okay, so what's a misplace gonna pick? Yeah, it's not clear really what misplace is gonna pick. Okay, but so I need a way to deal with the popcorn, but my popcorn can't deal with their popcorn anyway. So we'll probably have to piece out the popcorn this turn. Yeah, because we're gonna have to do that to keep them from winning. So this is not the final turn. Um, so let's go. Yeah, so we'll have to piece out the popcorn this turn. Okay, which is not great because we're gonna have to cycle to grow together. But like, I don't want the popcorn because otherwise the popcorn can start removing so much stuff from our board every turn. So okay, so we'll have to yeah, so we're gonna have to piece out. So we'll do grow together on the red mega penguin. Um, we do have these two run it back, so we can survive a lot of turns, but I'm not really sure the like long term. Well, I think we can outgrow the because it's at 11, and we can with each run it back, so we can get up to 12, so we can almost keep pace. But yeah, we're definitely going to be falling behind. Okay, so the one challenge here is to grow together. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter because if they put the tokens on popcorn, um, well, I'm gonna piece out beforehand anyway, so the tokens won't matter. Yeah. So okay. So and I don't. Well, I'd like to get rid of the misplace as well, but I guess I can't really afford to do that because the popcorn is a bigger problem. Um, so I guess I'm just gonna get rid of the popcorn. And yeah, so it's a little sad because if I end up drawing a trust fall, then I'm assuming that the misplace is on the trust fall. But I guess yeah, that's one of the things with the misplaced UI that's really unfortunate that we don't have the target for it. Okay, so okay, so we have an encore. All right, so we can get really big. Um, okay, and so yeah, I would not expect prison S anything less from prison SBF, which is to not put this in the range of put on a show. Okay, so I'm not going to use have an encore yet because um yeah, so next turn, so ideally we can win next turn, but I don't know if that's actually possible because I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get to 14. So right, because so I think we have to actually maybe win for 2 turns. And so Screaming Penguin, so I don't know if we have enough juice to boost Screaming Penguin twice. Okay, so that's not really a problem because we have the have an encore. So okay, so but we'll definitely have to play Screaming Penguin and we'll play the Red Wizard Penguin. I kind of think TrustFall is what's going to be blocked, but I can't really tell. Um, so we're gonna have an encore this turn because they're gonna flop the Screaming Penguin for sure. So we're gonna have to win this vibe check, which I'm sure we can. Um, but it's still gonna be yeah. So okay, so I guess we have to start with we're gonna have to basically bait out the Hungry Penguin on the Screaming Penguin. So we're gonna start. Oh no, wait. So I can play Trust Fall. So I guess again and again is a card that's blocked. All right, so we'll start with Grow Together. And we're gonna just do it on the Red Mega Penguin. Um, and then we'll pay 2 Pudge. All right, yeah, so we'll pay 2 Pudge. We'll grow the Screaming Penguin, and then we'll put the second Grow Together on Screaming Penguin because Screaming Penguin is what we need to get as big as possible. Because at this point, the Mega Penguin is not going to be big enough. So then, yeah, so let's see where they put the tokens. I guess it doesn't really matter because I have to win the vibe check. I guess maybe depending on how they put the tokens, I could maybe be okay with tying the vibe check. But yeah, so we're gonna have to grow really big this turn. But okay, so this is not even enough. So okay, so let's just let this resolve and see what we draw. Okay, so we have another have okay, so we have an encore for each turn, which is good. Um, so we'll need to make the Screaming Penguin bigger. But I really want to bait out from from them so if I do a TrustFall, it's still not big enough. So I'm gonna have to use both Have an Encores this turn, I think. I don't see a way around that. So we might as well start then with the first Have an Encore. Um, so we'll choose, yeah, always make sure to choose the red Mega Penguin. So it's a little, yeah, this is a little sad because, well, I guess we'll use a Run It Back Penguin on the second Have an Encore for next turn. But so overall, this is a little sad because I want to use the Have an Encore to counter Hungry Penguin, but I needed to get the Screaming Penguin big enough. So yeah, so they're gonna flop there. Um, but yeah, okay, so let's just see what we draw next. The good news is we do have these Run It Back Penguins, so we'll be able to get from our ice plenty of we'll be able to get enough Have an Encores for next turn as well. All right, so we got a second Screaming Penguin, which is going to be pretty irrelevant. Let's see what else we get. A Peace Out Penguin. So Peace Out Penguin, also probably irrelevant for knocking them off. So we still need to play the second Have an Encore. So I guess we can play the one from hand. Um, is there any reason to do anything else? No, because we want to save as much as possible for next turn. And using the Run It Back Penguin now is not a good idea um, because I'd rather have more Pudge for next turn. And so, okay, so we unflopped those two, and then we'll also unflop the wizard. We'll just unflop this again for good measure. Okay, so we're gonna win this vibe check. And so for next turn, right, we can get two Have an Encores again with the Run It Backs. But the challenge with that is we end up losing a card every time we do that. So we want to have as many we want to go as wide on the board as possible. Oh, so the other nice thing actually about next turn is if I have two Screaming Penguins, then Hungry Penguin can only flop one of them. So maybe it's going to be better. Now again and again won't be able to be used because I think it's under Hungry Penguin. Well, I guess we're going to verify that now so we can check because that's going to be a good thing to know. But if we play Hungry Penguin, okay, so they're going to play What a Twist. Okay, so I guess they're going to make us well, can we do this with some sort of removal? Because now they're down to 14. So if I can get them down to 13, it will be better. But okay, no. So I guess I don't have any removal options. Yeah, again and again is what's the problem. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna just use a Run It Back Penguin in order to get in a Have an Encore. So for next turn, I only have one Have an Encore. Um, so it's yeah. So oof. Well, I guess we're gonna be able to do a lot next turn. So okay, so we need to let this resolve, let this flopping resolve, and then we're gonna do have an Encore as well. So okay, so I'm really happy we added the Screaming Penguins to this deck because there's no way we could do this without the Screaming Penguin. All right, then we'll also do. Yep. Okay. Yeah. It doesn't really matter what we unflop. Okay. So, well, we could with the Peace Out and TrustFall next turn, right? And again and again. Well, the again and again is blocked, but there's a chance we could basically remove two penguins next turn. So that could be in um So yeah, so that could be something we could do is okay, we have bearish okay, so BearishSentiment can use misplace and get rid of and get our again and again back. So we literally we could theoretically remove two things next turn. So we might be able to actually knock them down off of 14 if we need to buy one more turn. So yeah, so I think I feel like in a good spot. I have a pretty much a full hand at this point. So okay. So let's see what happens. Yeah, so we still have 20 cards in the deck. Okay, so we're first. So we definitely want to play the second Screaming Penguin. Well, do we? I think it's fine because we're gonna be definitely fine, and we definitely want to play Peace Out. Um, and we'll use a Wizard Penguin as a rod because potentially the immediate Pudge will be more useful with Bamboo, and we have another Wizard in our hand. So we're at 16. So even if we lose these two, we'll still be at 14. So I think we're in a pretty good spot. We just need to We might end up having to sunburn something ourselves. Okay, so what are they gonna return to our hand? The peace out. Okay, so the question is, can we win this turn? So we still need to just get past the hungry penguin can only flop one thing. So I think it's fine. So I think we'll actually get rid of the misplace because that'll allow us to play again and again. But well, I guess if we do the misplace, um, then we won't be able to use red mega. Like I wanted like double the card draw. Okay, wait, how much can we draw here? So 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's play this safe. Okay, let's just start with the TrustFall on our red mega penguin. And we'll do the second TrustFall on the hungry penguin. Okay, so let's just draw some cards because we're gonna get another we might have to get to have an encore from RunItBackPenguin. I think that actually is, but if we do that, well, I don't think they can remove anything, so we're probably okay. I am worried about maybe running out of Pudge would be another thing. So we have a lot of again and agains. Okay, so I could. Okay, so how much? So right with again and again, 1, 2, 3. I think I'm gonna have to get to have an encore. I don't really see a way around that. So so because I need the right because it's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. Okay. So let's to get to have an encore. So let's just um yeah. So I think we just get to have an encore now. Oh no. So let's just do a bear sentiment on the hungry penguin. No wait. Okay. Let's first get have an encore back. I think that's step one. Yeah, this is definitely a complicated turn. Okay, so we're gonna get have an encore back because we're gonna want to unflop. What do we want to unflop with our have an encore? I think both screamings and red mega and red wizard penguin because we are potentially pudge limited. Um. So yeah, so we'll have to. Yeah, this is definitely a complicated turn. Okay. Um. But the only way we're getting out of this turn is by boosting our screamings up. Which, if we want the smaller one to be 14, means we have to play 3 more spells. Okay, so I think we'll just do have an encore again and again, bearish sentiment or something like that. That should work. Yeah, okay. So all right, so we get have an encore back. Um Now we need to do. Oh yeah, we can't play. Okay, so now we just play bearish sentiment. We'll play that on the misplace. And we'll pay 2 red pudge. Oh yeah, and then we're gonna do have an encore to unflop everything. So okay, so yeah, yeah, and then I think we have it right because then, well, then this penguin will be 13, so we need to do one more spell, one more action. So okay, so I haven't fully like mapped this out just because there's a lot of like I'm running out of time, but I feel like we have enough to get through this turn, and I also if they have like what a twist, I guess I should get another bear sentiment down on the hungry penguin as well. So I think we can do. Um, but I don't have Pudge now because I need 1 Pudge for have an encore. So, yeah, so let's let this go. Um, yeah, I think okay, yeah. One step at a time. So first, now we can do the unflop because we're gonna get the full value of the unflop. So we'll do the unflop, and so I'm gonna unflop the screaming penguin, the red mega penguin, and we'll play with the red mega penguin, and then we're gonna also unflop these 2. Yeah, so going through this, I don't feel like what a twist is necessary in this deck. Um, But yeah, I think I'm gonna make the change for the 1 bear sentiment for the sunburn because I do kind of feel like I wanted another sunburn, even though not for this matchup. Um, mm, yeah, yeah, I think that's a good call out. Okay, so now we're fully unflopped. We have our screaming penguin here, so I could do grow together now because if I do grow together again and again and grow together, then both of these will be big enough. well, okay, no, so I can just do again and again. Because if I just do again and again, right, I'm gonna be bigger than them, and they can only flop 1. So I think let's just do this and then just wait, because I think at this point, we're basically setting up victory here. So, yeah, so I think we just wait here, and we've really drawn through a lot of our deck, which is pretty crazy. But this is the power of RedMegaPenguin. Alright, so yeah, we'll let them flop here. Um, so now our okay, so they're gonna go for this what a twist. Okay, so now I need to play BearishSentiment on the Hungry Penguin, because then the yeah, then the Hungry Penguin cannot unflop twice. So the second time okay, so maybe oh, I get a second one. Okay. I guess I will do it on I already did misplace. I guess I'll just do it on that for fun. Yeah, okay. So cuz the reason we have to do BearishSentiment here is to prevent the double flopping of the Screaming Penguins. So theoretically, right, with BearishSentiment, um Hungry Penguin cannot flop again. So even though we needed the second Screaming Penguin. Okay, so I don't know what more tricks can be up the sleeve at this point, but um yeah, so I think we just wait. Yeah, so I think we have it now. I don't know what else. So okay, so one thing is that maybe I should have done the bear sentiment earlier on the Hungry Penguin to even just prevent it. Yeah, so theoretically, if I could have teased out one of the flops before they have an encore with the bear sentiment, that would have been very useful. But okay, so we made it. That was definitely a very tight game, but it's expected just because Prison SBF is such a strong player. And yeah, I think it's great. So this really shows we could not have won this game without the changes we made to the deck list. So this really shows kind of the strength of those changes. So the real question is, though, still, I think I'm gonna go put one Sunburn back in and take one Bear Sentiment out. Um, just because even though Bear Sentiment was very useful in this game, I feel like very often because it doesn't work with Red Mega Penguin, it's not always so good. Okay, so let's go to all right. So where's the deck? All right, so red edit. Okay, so let's take out one Bear Sentiment and put one Sunburn back in. Okay, cool. All right, so let's jump to the next game. All right, taking a look at the mulligans. All right, so we have a good curve. We have a 1 into a 2. Then we have, okay, so grow together and put on a show and again and again. I think we got rid of all 3 of those. If we were looking for spells or action cards in the early game, it would definitely be like Sunburn. Okay, we have the red Mega Penguin as well. So, yeah, so I think we'll play out our penguins, get your red Mega Penguin. Bear Sentiment we'll probably use as a rod, just because this doesn't even go that well with red Mega Penguin. Yeah, especially now that we have 2 of them. So, okay, and so then, yeah, so what do we really want? So we're gonna win the vibe check. So the question is, do we really want to accelerate out? And I think the answer is no. I think we'll just kind of not really play more rods. Bear Sentiment is also not bad with red Mega Penguin, because like if you just play it the turn it's played and you're just not really planning to pop off, it's just a two pudge draw 2 cards, which right, you would always play that in your deck. All right, so we have Trustfall as well. So we're gonna be able to get yeah, we're gonna be able to get a lot of stuff off once we get the Mega Penguin down. All right, so it's blue. So my guess is this yeah, so is this Bismo or is this a blue deck? And the question is, do we want to sunburn? Because if we sunburn the penguin who's okay, um, no, I think we want to wait just to see, because if it's Bismo, we really need to save these sunburns for ascending penguins. And but even if it's blue, blue is a tough matchup. So if it's blue, because right, you draw so much with this deck, and they're trying to mill you. So hmm, yeah, so we might want to start powering out actually, because in both of these matchups, it's a function of time. All right, so it's blue. So if it's blue, we can sunburn the penguin who's okay because that's definitely the best sunburn target. So, but I am gonna just kind of go like we're gonna want to end this game faster. So I'm gonna play a rod as well, just so that we can play the red mega penguin next turn. And I don't really need the bear sentiment. Um, so we'll sunburn this turn. And it's good to play the rod last turn because right we're gonna be flopped out, so we're not gonna win the vibe check. So we'll be in a position where we're gonna need the yeah, we're gonna need the extra. We'll need the extra. We'll need to be able to play a rod by from hand to play the 5. Okay, so we'll sunburn the penguin who's okay. Um, that was probably wrong. I probably should have waited for because now penguin with hoops. Right, if I would have waited for them to play penguin with hoops, then I could have responded with a sunburn to prevent the additional card from getting milled. But they could have then not activated penguin with hoops, but I think they probably would have anyway. So now the thing with penguin with hoops is, right, this deck, the red deck, just really loves to draw cards. So I don't think these extra card draws are really going to hurt us. Um, so, but we definitely want to we want to play a rod every turn now that there's a penguin with the hoops on the board. Um, okay, so they're going full full card draw. So they're probably digging for something. So one thing to keep in mind though is we are not really going to be able to do anything about having 15 cards. Oh, they wanted to win the vibe check. Okay. We're going to have nothing that we can do around having 15 plus in our ice, which means that send it too hard is definitely going to happen at some point this game. So so we need to think about that and be able to have like a hand. So contemplative penguin might be good for a hand post send it too hard. So um so the question is, do we play the mega penguin this turn and just really get started? Or do we just go a little wider? I think we just play this. We have 2 red mega penguins. Okay, I don't think we need 2 red mega penguins. Well, they might have removal. I guess we don't really need screaming penguin in this matchup. So okay, so I think we can use. So I want to keep the contemplative penguin, just because next turn I can play 2 penguins. Then I want to keep this TrustFall. Okay, so let's get a mega penguin down. So the question is just, do we rod the screaming penguin? I think we rod the screaming penguin, and I think we get the mega penguin down. Just to start getting our card draw. Like, okay, or do we keep Trust Fall? Like, when they do send it too hard, right, we can keep Trust Fall as the, like, to save something by bringing its vibe down. So maybe we wanna do that. It would be really good with a Wizard Penguin. So let's see what we draw first. Um, yeah, this is gonna be and this sometimes I wonder if I should be playing 1 Bunkus in this deck because of the blue matchup. But let's see if we can pull it out. It is exciting that today we played. We're not playing any yellow, which is what so much of the ladder has been in the past. So okay, so all right, they got yeah. So the question is, do we want to draw here? Well, we have a good turn play for next turn, so I don't think we need to draw. And yeah, I'm trying to think of would it be like should we be playing around send it too hard, or should we be just trying to win before that happens? Because we're already at 8. We're gonna so maybe we can rush them down. Although, okay, so we have double trust fall. Okay, so I think we play contemplative and screaming, and we'll rod a red mega. So at this point in time, if they were to send it too hard, I could do basically double trust fall and get red mega down to 0 vibe and contemplative penguin down to 0 vibe. So we are kind of in this situation where we can survive. We could do really well against send it too hard. So I do kind of like keeping the double trust fall in our hand because right, um, if they play send it too hard, it doubles. Like so I can do -8 vibe total. All right, so popcorn. Hmm. Yeah, we don't really have an answer for popcorn. Okay, so now we don't even have the pudge for double trust fall. So yeah, so popcorn's not ideal. But maybe popcorn will fizzle next turn. Like if they don't have an inspiring story. But oof, if they have an inspiring story, that would be really rough. Okay, so we have grow together. So we can grow together to yeah, so let's play grow together. Okay, so we'll choose, yeah, we have to choose the RedMegaPenguin first anyway. And then we'll put the second one on the BambooPenguin. I guess this doesn't actually help with the popcorn situation, right? Yeah, so I guess we're just cycling this. Um, because if right, they could put the counter on popcorn. And if they put the counter on popcorn, well, if they put the counter on popcorn, that kind of shows me that they have inspiring story. Because it's really risky. Because otherwise, if they put the counter on popcorn, it's going to make popcorn will then remove the penguin who's okay and the bottle penguin. Well, actually, no, with inspiring story, that would happen anyway. Because if they do inspiring story and they've done the grow together counter on, let's say, popcorn and penguin who's okay, then the bottle penguin will be at 4 vibe and these two will be at 5. So grow together is actually a really good card to play around inspiring story. And I think it puts us in a situation where we can let the what's it called? We can let the we'll let the popcorn penguin fizzle. Um Now the problem though with playing grow together is it's going to be difficult to save the red mega penguin now in term when there's a board clear because we'll have to do both trust falls on it. So like, well, I mean the contemplative is gone anyway. All right, so we got a second grow together and a bearish sentiment. Okay, so they did the popcorn. So I think they're not. I don't think they realize what this means because at this point the popcorn is going to cause a lot of problems for their side of the board. Um, so I really want another penguin though because like, right now, if they do the board clear, I'm in a lot of trouble because I'm not gonna be able to save anything. Okay, I have the red wizard, but that's not really I guess I can save the red wizard with the trust fall. And, um, yeah, so do I wanna rod the bearish sentiment? I guess I guess I should because we have grow together. Yeah, we're really pudge limited. So, it's good that we got the, wizard penguin, but if they, yeah, so if they clear the board here. Wow, yeah, we're gonna run out of cards in our deck before too long. So yeah, so that's another reason I played the rod, just so that we can like post board clear, like right, because we can use Trust Fall to save the red wizard penguin, and then yeah, so if we do Trust Fall to save the red wizard penguin, then we'll be at 9, 10. Yeah, so I'm not worried about the board because oh wow, that was really bad. I didn't think about that with popcorn. Okay, wow, that was a huge mistake. Okay, so I guess we'll just do grow together again. Just draw some more cards. Do we wanna draw cards? Yeah, I think we have to draw cards. Um, okay, that was wow, I feel really bad now. That was, yeah, that was a really bad play. Um, yeah, I just basically yeah, that might have been a game-losing mistake on my part. Okay, so, right, the mistake was, um, I had this whole plan where the popcorn was gonna start icing their own stuff, and there's nothing they could do about it. But now, right, because of the red wizard penguin, which is really bad because I really like they're gonna ice so much of my deck. Okay, so I think I'm at the point where I can't really play around send it too hard anymore, but I also don't think I really have a choice. Um yeah, so and I think I have to ice this because I can't afford to lose I can't afford to lose 8 cards. Um yeah, so I'll just ice Screaming Penguin. Okay, so I have to wait. Alright, so I can't play popcorn this turn. So the question is, can I keep them off? Yeah, I think I'm gonna lose from getting decked, not from, yeah, I'm gonna lose from getting decked, not from, okay, so 2 run it backs. Okay, so I can put them on game point next turn, which means that they're going to yeah, they're gonna have to clear the board, and then I can double trust fall to keep the Mega Penguin alive. But yeah, I just worry that there's not a lot of cards left in my deck. 11. Um, all right. Well, yeah. So, okay. So, sorry, I'm still a little shook by my mistake on the Red Wizard Penguin. That definitely is not. Um, yeah. Okay. So, well, they're at 14. So, this is not really going to matter. Um, yeah. I think, yeah. So, they're going to have to, okay. Yeah. So, I'm going to win the vibe check, though, if there's a vibe check. So, they're going to have to clear the board. Um, yeah. And if they don't clear the board, yeah, but I'm just going to run out of cards. So, yeah, we'll see. I really don't think I'm in a good position here. Um, so I'll play all of that. I guess we'll save the because we want as many penguins for post. Well, if the board clear happens, they're gonna have initiative. So I guess popcorn's okay to have if they play something small. Um, yeah, because we can always sacrifice that into. So I think the again and again is the least useful card. Okay, so theoretically we could win here. Oh, well, no, because the cannonball is gonna be bigger. So we have to do something about the cannonball anyway. So I guess we can trust fall it, but that means that if they, yeah, so if they send it too hard, I don't think we can save anything. But I also don't think. Okay, so let's let this resolve. Maybe we draw something better to handle this. But yeah, um, yeah. So basically, I think we basically lose to send it too hard, and um, yeah, I don't see a way around where that would be not what would happen. Okay, so he's gonna try to mill me. So okay, so so if I trust fall, so I'll just trust fall that, I guess. But yeah, so I don't see. Yeah, because I think I'm just gonna get milled. So so trust fall actually drawing a card is bad here. Um because I'm gonna be down to one. They're gonna get one more draw off of this. And then I think I'm gonna be down to 0 cards for sure. So if they have send it too hard, it's over. Um which they probably do. But yeah, so okay, so let's reflect on this game. So yeah, so I think I playing the Wizard Penguin definitely was not good. I felt like I had a chance up until then. I also should have sunburned on this first turn the Penguin who's okay right away. Okay. So that will do it. Um yeah. So yep. Yeah, there's no way around it now. But okay, so yeah, so I should have what's it called? I should have sunburned the Penguin who's okay right away at the beginning, which is also why I think playing 4 sunburns is good. Um And then the other thing is I should have not played that wizard penguin on that turn. So I think all that being said, blue is a tough matchup. So one thought is, do we put a bunkus in? So maybe we do that. Um, because I guess I don't know how popular blue is, but I don't really like having a deck that like because if I had a bunkus, like if I could buy 12 more cards, it would really, really help. So yeah, but okay. Yeah, let's think about that. I'm not sure if we want to add a bunkus, but like, because adding a bunkus just makes the deck so much worse, and I don't know how frequently we're gonna actually run into blue. So let's see what happens. Like, let's see if blue's a matchup that we see a lot. But yeah, I think that's one thing you could do is you could put a bunkus in. All right, so we don't want any of this. And I'm still thinking about the previous matchup, like the previous game, where we also just didn't have enough penguins. Like the popcorn came out, took out one penguin. So again, I think this just really justifies the basically hard mulligan I do for penguins. Okay, here we have a lot of penguins. Okay, so grow together is definitely the card we don't need. We have sunburn as the activator to popcorn. So like if this is yellow, sunburn, popcorn, or sunburn, peace out, get rid of 3. Although we also can play around popcorn. Um, so there's no need to rush with this deck. So let's see what happens. But yeah, we'll kind of see how they play out, how aggressively and fast they play out. So, or like even what deck they are. But yeah, I think this is a good hand. We definitely, yeah, I think the previous game also we were maybe playing around send it too hard too much. Although I think they had it. So yeah. Anyway, all right, let's forget about the past game. Let's focus on the current game. All right, so they're still not playing anything. So it's maybe not yellow because yellow would maybe play Flying Penguin at the beginning. But okay, so let's see what else they're playing out. Okay, I don't think I need 2 Sunburns because, um, like, I have Peace Out as well, so that's, like, a ton of early game removal. So, yeah, we can definitely use 1 Sunburn as a rod. Um, yeah, so and I think, like okay, so it is yellow. So, okay, so with yellow, let's try to really think about I think before we play Peace Out, I wanna hold Peace Out back just so that they don't know that we have it. So I'll hold Peace Out back, and I will, yeah, we'll be holding Peace Out back, and we'll be using Bamboo Penguin this turn because I wanna really actually use Popcorn, and for Popcorn to be effective, I want it to get 2 targets, I think. So if they have 2 targets for Popcorn, I will play it. So I think I'm gonna go Bamboo into Popcorn. Then because also with Peace Out, if I can get the TrustFall again and again combo. Okay, so Orb of Hopium is not what I was expecting. Um, so against yellow, Put on a Show can be good because they definitely have some big stuff. Okay, so we'll definitely play Bamboo. Um, I guess I don't need to play any Rod this turn because next turn I'm gonna play Run It Back and I'm gonna win this 5 check. So yeah, so let's just not play a Rod. Because I'm gonna win this vibe check, and then I'll just have more cards to play from. And I really don't want to play Sunburn as a rod. I don't want to play Put on a Show as a rod. I don't want to play Peace Out Popcorn, and Run It Back is actually my play for next turn. So I think yeah, because I was on 2 rods, I know I'll get a third rod from winning the vibe check. And by not playing any of those as a rod, we drew this contemplative, which will be a better rod for sure than anything we've talked about so far. Although I'd like to save this as well. Okay, so do I want to save Bamboo or Contemplative? I think I'd rather keep Contemplative in my hand just because at this point the 2 versus 4 vibe doesn't matter, but the flexibility of being able to play this next turn alongside the popcorn could be very useful. So we're also we're going to be drawing a ridiculous amount of cards just because Orb of Hopium um is a card that they have. So with Orb of Hopium, you really just want to just always play a rod every turn. And when there's Orb of Hopium on there, you want to prioritize keeping cheaper stuff. Because when there's Orb of Hopium, you just don't run out of cards, especially with this red deck. So we're going to be just accelerating down our hand. So I think which is good also to have Run It Back Penguin. Again, I really think Run It Back Penguin is good. I don't know, I doubt this card all the time, but whenever I play it, it just seems like the right card. Like if we had you know, because also now, like if they play something big, I can get Put on a Show. All right, so should we play something? No, because if I play Grow Together, they can get stuff out of popcorn range. Um, and Sunburn, there's no need to Sunburn anything. I could Sunburn the Mysterious, but I want to keep Sunburn as an activator for Peace Out. So right, Popcorn is gonna take care of these flyings, hopefully. And maybe even when Popcorn's on the board, we can Grow Together it. Although that's really slow, and then that also will have the problem with the red penguin wizard. So, um, yeah, I think overall probably won't end up doing that. Okay, so let's see what they draw, because that's also going to help us understand what we need to play around. Because if they draw a lot of big stuff, I know I need to really focus on Put on a Show. And if they draw a lot of small stuff, then Sunburn becomes a lot more important. And I need to really think about my Peace Out. Okay, so they just got a penguin who's late for the party. So, okay, so with Penguin who's late for the party, I want to definitely trim down their board next turn. But I think it's gonna be hard for them to activate it because I'm gonna be at four penguins and they're only at 3, so they'd have to play like 4 penguins to activate it, which I don't think that's happening, especially because 2 of their flying penguins are already used. Alright, so we'll play Popcorn, and we'll play Contemplative. Oh, and I guess we'll get rid of GrowTogether. We don't need GrowTogether. And we have Again and Again with Sunburn, so I think we can do that as well. So that's one nice thing about Again and Again is in this type of matchup, it's or we can wait till we get a TrustFall. If we get a TrustFall, then the Again and Again Peace Out combo is live. So I think, yeah, I think this is the matchup this deck just absolutely thrives in, and we're gonna see now kind of why that is because again, it's like yellow just relies on having a board, and yeah, this board is gonna get absolutely removed by Popcorn. Did they manage to do it? No, they didn't manage to do it. Okay, so Inquisitive Penguin is kind of a stealth launch against Popcorn because yeah, it prevents it from doing that. Okay, so the extrovert, I think we have to wait till the extrovert gets big. So I think we're gonna do Again and Again, Peace Out, or yeah, we're gonna do Peace Out. Well, next turn. Hmm. We're not gonna win the vibe check. We're gonna tie the vibe check, but I think I still want to hold all my spells actions because we can also play them all in one turn because we have so much pudge. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll have 7, 8 pudge next turn. Okay, so they're gonna not your keys the popcorn, which is definitely unfortunate, but we have a second popcorn, so that's not gonna slow us down. So yeah, so we're gonna do popcorn and peace out next turn, and then we're gonna just really trim back their board. Um, Now I guess maybe we should have just sunburned something. But I kind of just want to save my action for when peace out's on the board as the kind of activator for it. Because there's also a world we're just going to oh nice, nice, nice. Now we have the combo. Okay, so it's good we waited. So I think we basically need to not play a rod this turn. Just because we're gonna do the again and again trust fall, peace out penguin combo, and we're gonna also have popcorn on the board, and maybe we'll even sunburn or put on a show the extrovert. So yeah, they're gonna end this next turn with probably close to 0 penguins on the board. So um yeah. Okay, and they're gonna run the extrovert right into put on a show. Um Up. Okay, so now I can't do it because if they flop the peace out, then I won't be able to do the peace out combo. Okay, so we're not gonna be able to do the peace out combo, which is unfortunate. So I do need to keep them off of. I need to keep them off of winning. So okay, so well we can. So first of all, let's just put on the show the big thing because that's happening no matter what. And so if we put on the show the big thing, we keep them off of 13. I do wonder if I should just probably just sunburn something as well. Um, yeah, so let's just let this resolve. So I'm gonna win the vibe check. Yeah, and I think I will just sunburn this mysterious. I guess this is the only reason not to do that is because of Yum Yum. Because if they Yum Yum now, I just wasted a sunburn. But I think the counterpoint is if they Yum Yum, I'm gonna be up 4 cards on them or 4 or 5 cards because I'm up 1 rod and I would run it back to get my put on a show back. So if they sunburn, if they Yum Yum, it'll be 4-1 in terms of cards. So it would be a pretty good position for us. Okay, so yeah, and so now they're already kind of getting down to just 4 penguins. And okay, so I think we're so far ahead that we can start thinking about Yum Yum. So I think to play around Yum Yum, step one is we just want to play a rod. And step two is we don't want to develop more penguins on the board and we want to hold penguins back. So I think I think we're just gonna not do anything because if they Yum Yum, we have the Red Wizard as kind of like a post Yum Yum building. Or if they Yum Yum also, we can Trust Fall to save another Red Wizard or to save the popcorn. I think we won't we don't need to lose anything this turn because if they play a shy penguin, we can do the again and again Trust Fall combo to take care of the shy penguin without needing to actually without needing to lose a card. So I don't think we really need to be at 15. But okay, they didn't even do anything. Oh no, we should get rid of the late to the party. Just playing around like Penguin Who Zooms or bounce effects, because if they bounce it, then um, although right, we have more on the board, we have the 6 vibe. So again, when you're in the situation where you're going to win, just pass, let them do it. Okay, this is not going to matter. There's no card that they can get. Cool, cool. All right, another victory for the red Mega Penguin deck. All right, that will do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. And if you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe. And if there's any specific decks you want to play, just let me know in the comments and I'll start working on making a deck list for them. All right, until next time, thanks.